Okay, so we've all done it. Left that little piece of cheese in the back of the fridge just a little too long. Or noticed the best before date on our pasta sauce was, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. For some people, eating food past the date on the carton is a no-go. For others, it's less of a deal breaker. So I want to bring everyone in now to ask, how far past the due date are you good with when it comes to food? This is one of those interesting conversations because, like, are you one of those people that feel the need to lie right now because you would never admit that you're eating the old yogurt? Or can you be okay with this? So I'm going to start with Monique. What do you think?
So, I know, right? The judgment. For me, it really depends on what it is. Like, for example, for meat products, I don't go past the best before date. Sometimes when I go grocery shopping, if I buy more than what I need, I tend to freeze it. I'll season it up, freeze it, and then have it ready. But I would say things that, so you mentioned yogurt. I'm good with, a couple of days after. It's always good to do, a little bit of a sniff, see where it's at there. And then, sometimes I also venture over to online to check the internet to say, how long after best before can I use this? So that's what I do. It's really depends on the situation.
Yeah, my husband says the best before date is just a suggestion. He always operates on the scarcity model. He's like, just cut the mold off. Cut the mold off. The cheese is fine. Okay, let me go to Matt Dean Pettit. What do you think? Are you okay with going past the due date?
So, you know what, Tracy, thanks to coming to me, you're getting the chef's opinion here. You're going right to the professional. So this is a tough one. Certain things, you said cheese, if there's some mold, it's meant to be moldy. Cheese ages, you can shave it and cut it off. A good tip that I like to do, if you notice that some of your veggies and some things, even some meats, as you guys mentioned too, if those are starting to go off, cook them off. So if you feel that you've maybe got one more day out of them, if you cook that, you're going to probably extend that maybe by 2 days.
Okay, I'm going to go to Marilyn Smith, and I already know what she thinks. She thinks we're all going to die because we leave the pots on the stove. We've talked about this before.
So, of course, meat, as soon as it hits the best before, cook it off totally. You've got 2 to 3 days, or freeze it, or cook it off and then freeze it, whatever you want to do. Dairy, we're going to get into all of this later, but I'll tell you some tips. But the one thing that I would go with is an egg. And so the egg best before, I can go a couple of days after, and then I'll give you a tip on how to keep them even longer after that date of reckoning. It's not just a suggestion.
Julia, how about you?
You know what, Tracy? I'm so shocked that I have not had food poisoning because, first of all, Marilyn, I didn't even know eggs had a best before date. Never checked that in my entire life. Yeah, I'm with that, my mom was that mom that just cut off that mold, chopped up that cheese. I just could have died of embarrassment as she's handing it out to the friends. But yeah, I'm very much that way. I'm like, I don't know, ketchup, 2019, maybe we should let the ketchup go now. Yeah, I'm very, very relaxed on that. It's a shocker I'm not dead. It's a shocker.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.